Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name's Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for West Brom versus Blackburn tonight in the Championship. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Don't worry, I went for brunch earlier. I'm not skiving on my partnerly duties here, but I am here now for the next 2 hours to be watching West Brom and Blackburn with you guys. So do say hello in the chat and please get hitting that like button as well. Let's try and get that up and over 100 as quickly as we can. If someone can keep score for me, and hopefully we can draw as many people into the stream as possible. Let's say some hellos. Dominic, James, Adrian, Annie, Phil, Peanuts, Callum, Claire and Wayne. Welcome to all of you lot. Do say hello in the chat. And we will get into the team news and everything in just a second. Welcome, Jack, Alistair, Sherd, and Mark. Yeah, maybe we talk about Reading, actually, Alistair, at half-time. That might be an interesting one. I was expecting to have done a manager fired video today, but no, there we go. Right, let's get into all of our business. We'll get to the team news very quickly. We'll just say a quick thank you to Luca, who I'm sure you all know by now is our fan sponsor. Lovely Luca there. It's all set up by his father, Stephen. Football is nothing without fans, and I'm nothing without football. So thank you, Luca and Stephen, who got involved over on Patreon. Brilliant supporters of the channel. We thank them profusely. Stoke fans as well. So they'll have half an eye on probably the Baggies rather than Blackburn not going any further up the table tonight. One more little plea. I think we're right on the cusp of going over 20,700 subscribers. So another 100 we've gone over. So do hit that subscribe button as well and help us out. Finally, wrong hand. There we go. We are partnered tonight with Betfair and Football 365. Football 365 is where you find the Championship Predictor game, which we use for all our previous shows and all my writing. And Betfair, get involved in that. So we'll give you some prices over on Betfair if you want to spice up your watching enjoyment. Of course, don't take it too far. Please gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org, 18 plus, and you'll get you some prices on a few bits and bobs in just a jiffy. Let's take a look at the team news then. So look, it is West Brom versus Blackburn, and West Brom, incredibly, are 9th in the table now. They've gradually slipped their way down from being in the automatic race to being in those playoff positions to a few teams coming steaming past them. So obviously Steve Bruce is in there now, and this will be my first time watching the Baggies under Brucey. Don't worry, I've seen many of his teams many times. I'm sure you all have in the chat as well, but only his second game here. Lost the first one to Sheffield United. Johnston in goal and captain, certainly trying to sort of recalibrate a good relationship with Sam Johnston, because that had gone south with Ishmael, hadn't it? Back four, Townsend and Furlong are the fullbacks, Clark and Ajayi centre-backs. We think likely Moa, Malumbi and Reach as a three. Call it how you like. There'll be the midfield with Robinson and Grant playing off big Andy Carroll up top. Get any thoughts in on that Baggies team? There's the bench for you. Button, Kipray, O'Shea, Gardner-Hickman, Dean Garner, Castro and Tulloch is your Baggies team for tonight. Maximum upside for the Baggies. They can't get back into the playoff spots given Middlesbrough at 49 points. We'll look at the table in a sec, but they can go back to 7th spot, and they would have game in hand only over Huddersfield. Then they've got games in hand over everybody at the moment because, well, not everybody in fact, but obviously by virtue of the fact they're playing on a Monday night here. Blackburn have also slipped, although they've slipped from a loftier perch, haven't they? But they're now 5 points behind Bournemouth, and you do wonder if they lose and Bournemouth can stick another 3 or 4 points on over the next couple of games, whether the Blackburn automatic challenge becomes a Blackburn stabilising in the playoffs challenge. So it'll go one of two ways, won't it? And we're going to find out, can they bounce back with a win? 2 consecutive defeats for Blackburn in the last 2. at Swansea and at Forest. No goals in either of those games as well. In fact, they are 3 games without a goal. And for the majority of the season, obviously Fulham are in a different stratosphere in terms of goal scoring. For the majority of the season, Blackburn have been one of the higher, more freer scoring teams. So something has dried up there. We know the Chilean sensation went away on international duty. So maybe he owes us a goal tonight. Here is your Rovers team. Kaminsky, Ayala, Van Heck, Wharton, Giles, Nyambe, Travis, Rothwell, Buckley, Gallagher, and Ben Brereton. Diaz. On the bench for Blackburn, Pears, Pickering, Rankin Costello, Dolan, Hedges, Johnson, and Kadra. And yeah, looking at a couple of those names, particularly Kadra on the back end of the good run, had been in the team and performing well, hadn't he? Let me just bung the table up and then I will go to some of your comments. So yeah, there's the size of it. A Blackburn win takes them to within 3 points of Bournemouth. I think I might have said 2 earlier, so apologies. No, yeah, it's 2. So yeah, I'm right. Takes them with 2 points of Bournemouth and back into maybe a more viable automatic challenge. If they don't win, they're essentially 5 points behind Bournemouth, and Bournemouth will have 2 games in hand. So you would then think we're sort of, Blackburn will be 14 games to go. You start to think that's a tricky amount of points. You know, you wouldn't like to be on the wrong end of that, would you? Put it that way, that type of gap. They're a West Brom down in 9th. So the maximum upside for them is they could go to 48 and just get themselves above Forest and Sheffield United. Of course, we're going to go to Betfair in a minute. Should we go to some comments? Don't get me started. I'll combust. Now I want to get you started, Alistair. I'm terrible. I know. We'll chat about it. We'll chat about it at half time. We got any more hellos? I think we have here. Ben, hello to you, sir. Will, as a Cherries fan, I bet, yeah, we got any Bournemouth fans in there? All going to be behind West Brom in this one, aren't they? Mr. E, welcome along. Jerry as well. David, welcome. There you go, Jack, another Bournemouth fan here with a good eye on this. And Bournemouth have done their bit, haven't they? Back to back. 3 wins in a row, in fact, for Bournemouth now. So tremendous little push for them. And yeah, they've got themselves in a good spot, haven't they? 20,000. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, do hit that subscribe button. Adrian fancies Mr. Diaz back on the score sheet. Welcome, Dave. Good to see Mollenby started. Matt, legend. Go and check out Matt's channel as well. He does great work over there. Coventry fan. Fancy Brucey to win his first home game. Yeah, we'll get a little straw poll on what you lot think on this one in just a sec. I'm seeing all Brucey's promotions actually now. And there are 4 of them. I think it's 2 with Birmingham, 2 with Hull. Am I right about that? Yeah, they're now getting flashed up on the screen on Sky. James going for a 1-1. Dominic, bank a draw this one. Tom, leaving PL at the door to enjoy some championship. Enjoy it. Let's hope it's a good one. Dave, welcome. Yeah, and the Fulham fans as well. I think Dominic was coming from that angle. Fulham fans have got a vested interest, but they look in such a strong position, don't they? Honestly, in my humble opinion, it doesn't particularly matter in terms of Fulham this one. I think they've put themselves in such a position now that they can freewheel their way to the end of the season just in fairly decent form, and they should be ahead of everybody else. But you never know, dear. Let's check in with our friends over at Betfair. If you do want to inject a little bit of spice into your match tonight, you can do so over at betfair.com. Obviously, please gamble responsibly. Only bet what you can afford. Very foolhardy to do otherwise. When the fun stops, stop. The odds in this one, strong favourites actually. West Brom 5-6, Blackburn 7-2. So quite a reasonably generous price. But I suppose Blackburn have not been in the greatest form, and they are playing away from home. We will flash it up actually. Let me just do the research here. West Brom's home record was actually the best in the league for a long while, wasn't it? Only lost 1 home game, 29 points from 14. it's a very good home. I think he conceded 8 goals as well. So definitely Mr. Ishmael's troubles were all on the road, weren't they? Odds boost there. The Chilean sensation 9-4 to score any time. Interesting, that one. That's been boosted if you fancy that. Daniel Ayala to be carded. Well, Carl and Grant first goal. Robinson and Grant to have 2 or more shots on target each. Both players need 2 or more. And a big one down the bottom there. Over 2.5 goals, over 3.5 cards, and 9.5 cards. Well, that'll be good for entertainment. You get 7-1 on that one. Let's have a look at comments. Tony Mowbray doesn't do this time of the year. What about the seasons he got promoted, Brian? What did he do in those ones? Mogga got promoted with West Brom, didn't he? Indeed. Alistair sending off CVs for an internship. Good luck with that. Yeah, good luck. If anyone's good with CVs or whatever and can help out Alistair, then yeah, good luck. Good luck with that one. Dave, we do have a vested interest, but a lifetime of being a Fulham fan means never. Yeah, I remember speaking to going on a Leeds podcast at the end of the 2019-20 season, and they were so nervous. And I was like telling them, you're miles better than everybody else. What are you nervous about? But I know what it's like. Referee Brooks is coming out and grabbing the ball. Blackburn in yellow and the baggies in their dark blue and white. And now coming out. Bruce has won 9 of the last home matches versus Blackburn. It's been interesting. Very, very interesting. Fulham are as good as up. We'll take a real shocker of a run. Yeah, I'm kind of there with Fulham at the moment. Blackburn lost 4 out of the last 6. Can only see a draw tonight. West Brom have just been poor. There we go. Liam has gone 2-1 Rovers. So is Fulham 12-1. There you go. Get a hold of that. Make sure you go over to betfair.com. Guys, how are the likes doing on this one? Please hit the like button. I can't see it actually because I'm using outboard software here. So let me know how we're doing with likes. Please hit that like button and we'll see how high we can get that total tonight. Right, let's do one more sweep of the teams. And I think we are just about ready to kick off. Johnston in goal for Baggies, Furlong, Ajayi, Clark, Townsend, Moat, Mullenby, Reach probably in midfield, Grant, Robinson, Carroll. For Rovers, Kaminsky, Ayala, Van Heck, Wharton, Giles, Nyambe, Travis Rothwell, Buckley, Gallagher, and Ben Brereton. Diaz, 24 likes. Let's get that number climbing. Hit that like button. Help us out. Let's play. So hold your fire in the comments and go when I say go. Let's play which minute is the first goal coming in. So get your guesses in now. Which minute is the first goal of this game coming? Let me know your guesses. Someone will be right. Someone's always right, aren't they? Let me know the minute you consider the first goal is going to be in this one. Steve Bruce getting a warm reception there. Experienced manager. Home debut for West Brom. Brucey has managed Birmingham, Aston Villa, and West Brom, which Ron Saunders did. Get your guesses in for first goal here. 31. Luke, yeah, check out Luke's channel as well. There's some really good stuff. There's Luke, I'll appreciate it. There's Mark Venus and Tony Mowbray, an ex-Ipswich duo. 21, 31, 8, 12, 52, 58, 9, 58, 28, 12, 57, 4, 21st, 1st, 11th. By the way, don't come at me, but if, for example, you've put 11th, that's the 11th minute, which means 10 to 10:59, yeah? As in the 11th minute of the game. Like the first minute would be 0 to 0:59, you see. If you put just a number, like Phil has put 57, that would be 57 to 57:59. Get the idea? We have kicked off there. You have to say this beforehand because people claim victory when they've put, I don't know, like Charlie here, they've put the 8th minute. That goal cannot then be scored between 8 and 8:59 because that's the 9th minute. But I'll take my pedantic hat off. We have kicked off West Brom versus Blackburn. It's West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. I'm going to give you a time stamp. I'm watching on Sky Sports main event live via a TV feed. If you're watching on Sky Go, Now TV, or a smart TV, you may be slightly out. So we give you some time stamps throughout the game. You can get all synced up. Andy Carroll's just held the ball. Try and get your timestamp actually at the end of the first minute, although West Brom coming down the left. Townsend's just held up by Gallagher. Here's your timestamp. Then we're going to be at 1 minute in 3, 2, 1, sync. Your comments come in. Keep those comments flowing. Do hit that like button as well. Really helps me out. Townsend driving right forward from left back. Clark hoiks that one up in the air for West Brom. It's going to drop down for Giles, who I'm interested to see. Giles got a ton of assists for Cardiff in his loan there earlier in the season. If he can do anything like that for Blackburn in the second half of this season. Tony Mowbray, the boss there, is going to be very, very happy. Reach. Clark. Reach. Just inside left. Slid in to Grant. And here comes a Rovers break. Dreadful ball there. Both Gallagher and Brereton Diaz were on the move. Rothwell, who's had a good season, hasn't he? Heavy links with Rothwell and Bournemouth in the transfer window, but that didn't get done. They signed Todd Cantwell instead, maybe in attacking midfield sense. Not same player, but still possibly there would have been a pot of money to do one or other of those deals and not both. Greenfly. I'm West Brom. We got absolutely nothing. Having said that, I'm West Brom forever. Well, there you go. Super Bowl. I did what I always do. I watched the halftime show with Dr. Dre and Mary J. Blige and Eminem, Kendrick Lamar and 50 Cent. I remembered all the Snoop Dogg as well. In it. Here comes Gallagher down the right. Gallagher crosses in. Ajayi well positioned there. He needed to get something on that. Mollenby, where's he going? He's running fast into the corner. Did well not to concede a corner, actually. He was kind of charging towards there. But, yeah, Arsenal won the Super Bowl. Yeah, same owners of, who was it? The LA Rams, not the LA Raiders. The LA Rams. There you go. Thanks, Peter. Remember when Giles was on loan at Shrewsbury? Versatile. Yeah. He's very... You get this with wide players nowadays, don't you, Luke? A lot of them can play fullback. Look at someone like Buchanan for Darby. Can play left centre back, left wing back, and then kind of right forward in a 4-2-3-1 as well. There is Ron Gourlay in the stand, who Reading fans will know, and Chelsea fans will know. Very experienced CEO has just recently came in, was consulting at the time Big Val was hiring. So I think was fired rather. I think we can all put 2 and 2 together on that one. And we all know Brucey is his guy. Throw in to Blackburn. Sorry, a free kick down the right-hand side. And the big guys have gone up here. Wharton, Ayala, Van Heck in the middle. Van Heck's a bit of a Rambo. Maybe it just sounds too much like Jean-Claude Van Damme for Jean-Paul Van Heck in the middle there. Brighton loanee. 2 Brighton loanees, centre halves starting in this one with Matt Clark as well on the pitch. In comes the free kick for Rovers from the right. Ajayi heads to the edge of the box. It's hit well by Buckley. I think that might have been going in the corner. I'll plead the fifth until I see the replay. Yeah, good hit that, actually. Ajayi gets something on that. Going to get a really good angle from Sky now. That is most definitely going in the goal, isn't it? Good hit by Buckley. Corner to Blackburn. And it comes right-footed out. Swinger. Big head up in the air by Carroll. Carroll, really good defending, actually. And cleared by the Baggies. Buckley gets it back, and now they would have had a counter on if they'd played that right there. West Brom. Rothwell slide through. Brereton. Diaz is in. He's put it in the net. He was offside, says the linesman. He looked offside. To be honest, both of them looked offside, which can be a bit confusing because then sometimes one is and one isn't. But we'll find out, I'm sure, when we see the replay. Through it comes, and yes, he is offside. I don't know whether Gallagher... Oh, and then Gallagher gets a touch. Yeah, so he's miles offside if Gallagher gets a touch. I think he was just off in the first instant and very off in the second instant. Clark trying to hold it up there. And Johnston has got it at the back. Here is Nyambe. Kroenke owns Rams and Arsenal. Could be a closet Arsenal. Get to a trophy anytime soon. Our closest, sorry. Yeah, right. Would love a draw from this one, says James. I can see a Middlesbrough Salt Bamba up there. So, yeah, understandable. Good hit. Yes, it was. I believe it's Wharton and not Ayala. Yes, I have just looked across at my page. And Ayala must have got hurt in the warm-up. So let's do some running repairs to my sheet, which I have to say is really neat tonight. And because of whatever's happened to Dan Ayala, we'll have to stick Rankin Costello at wing-back. So I wasn't aware of that. Nyambe's tucked in then. And Van Heck is central. So, yeah, a change from when I wrote the teams down in the warm-up. No, Daniel, say Robert Ayala, he was a player, wasn't he? Remember him? Argentinian goal, though. I think, didn't Michael Owen run past him and Pochettino for that incredible goal in 98? Giles hooks it forward. 8 gone. Blackburn with the best chances so far, but only one real phase of play, and they kind of hem them in, got a couple of set plays. I think Buckley's won a free kick there. Mullenby getting a bit handsy with him. Blackburn continue to be on top in the early going. I beg your pardon, they didn't get the free kick, actually. Rothwell does win it back for the Rovers, who are snapping it about nicely. As soon as I say that, Van Heck plays a pretty awful ball across the back. Gallagher tries to hold up there. Can't keep his feet, and West Brom finally get their foot on the ball. Townsend to reach back to Clark. 9 gone, 0-0. Blackburn probably the better side thus far. Evening Ad, who I believe is a Hull fan, if I'm putting the right face with the right team there. In fact, let's do a sweep. Real quick. Everybody in the chat, let me know which team you support. Go. Let's get a straw poll on this. Which team do you support? Go in the live chat. We'll stick them all up on the screen. See what everyone's vested interested in this one is. Clark has got it. BBD went down there. No foul given. Right, let's see who we've got here then. Fulham, Bristol City, Derby, Villa, Millwall, Hull. Oh, great. Brentford, Wigan, Coventry, Sheffield United, Birmingham, West Brom. We've got everyone covered here. Tremendous. Wickham, Bournemouth, Brentford, Bournemouth, Borough, Liverpool, Newcastle, Fulham, Forest. Excellent. Really, really good. Ipswich, scouting mission. There's always an Ipswich fan. Would you believe, Luke, I saw an Ipswich fan in Tesco at the checkout wearing an ITFC cap yesterday in Bedford. Clip to the back post. That's going to run away from Rankin Costello, though. Luton, West Brom, Real, Liverpool, Villa. John. Yeah, who was up till 4 or 5 a.m. watching the Super Bowl last night then? Some bleary-eyed people, I think. But that's great, and that's a real feather in the cap for the channel that we get so many fans of different teams all communicating like adults, which is quite hard work in the football sphere. A couple of Reading fans as well there, Alistair and Mr. E. Lovely to have you all here, whichever team you support. Here is Nyambe. Blackburn racking up the completed passes here. Buckley down the right. Buckley tries to put the cross in. If that didn't take a deflection, that was a hopeless cross by Buckley. Possession so far, surprisingly, West Brom had more possession than Blackburn, certainly in terms of territory. Blackburn, I think, have been the better side. Is that a West Ham? I guess it is. Lots of different biases against lots of different doors. 100%. Here's Clark. Ajay. Launched forward by him. Mollenby's got it in central midfield. Buckley's won it off him. Mowat. And that's probably something that feels like the first time I've mentioned Mowat in the first 12 and a half minutes, which you would suggest if you're a West Brom fan, you would like to see him getting on the ball, wouldn't you? Van Heck knocks that forward. Nice little layoff by Gallagher, given away, though, by Rankin Costello. Here's one, though, for Callum Robinson to chase. Two Rovers got in each other's way there. Rothwell, good cover from him. With respect for you, we come together. Absolutely. And with respect for each other, that's the main thing, isn't it? Tremendous stuff. Does it look like a 4-2-3-1 for Albion? Last time I looked, Reach was fairly central. We'll get heat map in once we're 20 minutes in. It's going to be a long throw-in. This is all very big Val, isn't it? Furlong launches it in from the right-hand side. Big climb by Scott Wharton. Head like a 50p there. Out it goes. Rest in peace, Reagan Nash. It says up on the scoreboard. I'm not aware of this story, but obviously sounds like West Brom are commemorating. He looks young, the fan there. Sad news. Mowat sticks a corner in. Nodded away. Here is Reach. Nice cross that by Reach. Looking for Carroll, who's gone down like he's bumped his head. And we're going to have a stoppage. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, Carroll just headed the back of Scott Wharton's head. Wharton just played on, but yeah, I think Carroll got the brunt of that. And on we go. Carroll looks a little bit dazed, actually. Hopefully he's not got any kind of concussion. It's going to be a restart. Some kind of drop ball here. I don't know whether it's a obligatory one. Yeah, it's just been given straight back to Blackburn. Given back to Wharton, who knocks it home to Kaminski. Last Tuesday, Reach also played as a 10. Maybe we'll do tonight. Service for Carroll is key, isn't it? Ain't going to be running the channels too much, let's just say. I think that's why Robinson and Grant are there indeed. Wharton, Van Heck. Knocked forward. Good take by Gallagher. Comes off Townsend. Throw in to Blackburn. How are we doing for likes, guys? If you can hit the like button, I'll give it a plug. Someone let me know how many we've got. We'll see if we can get that like total up to a decent amount. Also helps bring other people into the stream. Here is BBD. He's got in his own teammates' way there, and West Brom win it back. 53, 53, 56. Hopefully it is climbing. Hit that like button. There we go. 59. Well done, guys. See if we can get that up to 100 during the night. That would be tremendous, wouldn't it? Thank you for all your support as ever. Oh, nice take by Gallagher coming down the right. Diaz is in if he can get the cross in. Ooh, that needed to go early. It would have been a difficult ball right round the back, but gets cut out in the end. Diaz was in, wasn't he? Just managing to hold his run. Needed a David Beckham-like shape, on that cross. Travis tries to drive out of midfield. Maybe he's best leaving that to his mate Rothwell in the centre mid. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Tremendous support here on our stream. Hit subscribe if you're new around here. We're hopefully all enjoying West Brom versus Blackburn. 0-0 so far. Probably the closest anyone's come was that volley. It was a half volley, I think, by Buckley, which Ajayi got the block on. I wonder if going to this game is anyone's Valentine's date night. I hope so. I absolutely hope so. Tremendous stuff. Again, I will reiterate, I went to a lovely brunch at 10:30 a.m. this morning. That's when Valentine's Day is, when you've got a 6 months baby. Like for Ben's hair alone. There you go. My hair gets a mention. It always does, doesn't it? Hey, it's very voluptuous, voluminous tonight, isn't it? Evening to Grey Fox and Jonathan. Giles takes a throw in for Blackburn. Switch play by Rothwell to Nyambe. Nyambe out to Ranking Costello. Van Heck. Wharton. Blackburn keeping it. There's a big diag by Wharton left to right. And that is over Ranking Costello's head. And it's going to be a restart for West Brom as we come up 19-10 on the clock. Townsend lobs the throw in. Mowat, little chest down to Mollenby. They're still not getting him on the ball very much, Mowat, are they? Furlong to Ajayi to Clark. You could get a deal with Wash and Go like Goldbridge has. What sort of hair has Goldbridge? He's got short hair, hasn't he? The Man United dude. Yeah, okay, he's probably got 10 million times more subscribers than I have. All crossed into the back post. Carlin Grant was there. I think that's going to be a goal kick. Be a better brand fit, wouldn't it, with me, I think. Oh, there you go. Good luck to him. All trying to make our way here, aren't we? Good cross that by Furlong. Really good cross, actually. You wonder if Grant could have gone with the head there, but to be fair to him, Nyambe sliding right in front of him. Probably just put him off. Lovely cross, though. We saw Gallagher in that position where he needed a big sweeping cross. That was it from Furlong up the other end, wasn't it? Nyambe goes home. Awful kick by Kaminski. He'll argue that there was a little bit too much fizz on that back pass, but you've got to be able to deal with it with your feet nowadays in goal, haven't you? Hey? Reach. It's all the way back with Ajay on halfway. I think he's going to have to go home, is he? Plays it out to Clark. Not the greatest ball in the world. Gallagher triggers the press. Everybody goes. It's knocked over the top of him. And Mollenby holds it up. Good feet by him. Mowat. Ajay. Lovely feed by Ajay all the way up to Robinson. Foul by Joe Rothwell. Just got his body in the way. Robinson there. At what age does my child get the pleasure of going down to Portman Road? I suspect that will be a long time coming, Glenn, because we're an hour and a half's drive from Portman Road, but we'll get her there at some point. Yours is a quality channel. We'll grow natural. Yeah, there you go. Comment of the day, Orc. West Ham are plotting a move to bring Ed Rabiot to the London Stadium. Interesting. Fulham won't want to lose him, will they? Mowat then. Free kick. So fairly just right of centre. Floats him in the left foot. Gallagher heads away to the edge of the box. Nodded down by Mollenby. Nice feet by Carroll, who hits the shot near post. Kaminski, a little bit flappy with that. Am I being unfair there? Now, I'll reserve judgment until I've seen the replay. I thought he could have held that, couldn't he? Don't know how hard Andy Carroll hit that. It was good feet in the first instance. Just slides it inside. No, I think he can hold that, can't he? I mean, he pushes it away and gets decent enough distance, but does the FA Cup lose something with next round being midweek? Do you know what, Ralph? I would say yes every other year. I don't think it will this year. A, because the tournament's been good, the FA Cup's been really entertaining. And B, fans just want to be in grounds at the moment. So I don't think after the pandemic, we're seeing so many away ends completely full, aren't we? So no, I don't think it will. Ever the optimist. Giles crossed into the back post. Clark, little flick away. Gallagher is going to recycle it. Gallagher running towards the corner of the box there. Took a couple of Baggies players to stop him there. Here comes the press again from Blackburn. And they've played through again. Here's Reach now. And they're completely over Grant. Oh, he's got a bad first touch there. Grant, though, still tries to keep the momentum up. And, yeah, Reach needed to play that ahead of Grant. I suppose you can blame them both a little bit there. If the ball's ahead of him, you know, into his path. They're still attacking, by the way. Robinson trying to find Carroll. They're trying to give him the service that we were talking about earlier. Giles clears up the line. Good little spell by West Brom. Oh, they've won it back again. Here is Robinson, steps inside. If he'd have gone down there, he'd have won a foul, Robinson, I think. Furlong sweeps it back up again. Furlong, surely a foul by Diaz. Yeah. Good. That was good from West Brom. Real good intensity to the last sort of 90 seconds there. West Brom failed to get promoted this season or next, and they could be the next Derby. No, I wouldn't have thought so. I think they're a little bit more judiciously, sensibly managed than Derby have been. But hey, you never know. Albi Loan. Who's that? Mollenby, yes. Could Krissy Wilder create another cup set? You're going to have to remind me who he's got, Stephen, because I can't remember. 2,500 Hull. You see, this is it, isn't it? The away ends are just full at the moment, aren't they? Oh, free kick whipped around the wall there into the side netting by Furlong. He's trying to catch Kaminski out just by quickly taking a run up and whipping that over the wall. Well disguised, actually. I think we call that a Joe Bryan now after that goal in the playoff final. Spurs. I think he could, couldn't he? Spurs have lost this week, haven't they, to Southampton and Wolves? Why not? Why not, hey? Playing well Middlesbrough, aren't they? 25-44 gone. West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. Here's Reach. Reach trying to slide it through there for Grant. Niambe on the cover. Kaminsky thought twice about picking that up then. It would have been a back pass, of course. Rothwell heads it down. Booted up in the air by Rankin Costello. West Brom are just coming into this now over the last, 4 or 5 minutes, would you say? You just want it to start flowing a little bit more, certainly as a neutral. Because it's almost the case, the more West Brom get into it, the more Blackburn can play off them and we'll get a bit more back and forth flow, I think. Don't mention Brian, I'll get emotional. Okay, I'll never mention him again. And Joe Bryan. There we go. Sorry, I did it. Carroll, big header down across the box there. Wharton kind of panics a little bit, actually, and hooks it away. I think he could have probably controlled that. But hey, safety first. Spurs all over the shop. Well, there you go. They might play into Middlesbrough's favour. Yeah, great away in from my lot. Mine and Luke's lot at the weekend. Furlong's going to take another long throw in. Looking for Carroll. It's nodded away. Furlong's got it again. Oh, nice feet by Furlong. Beats Buckley easily. Flat cross into the back post. Carroll there causing trouble. Headed away by Wharton. Mollenby gets something on it. Wins it back. And then Rothwell just leathers it all the way down the ground. Burnley and Southampton keen on Michael Rose. Well, I can park that until the summer, can't they? How many years has he got on his contract, Callum? Hoik that price up. That's what I say. Throw in to West Brom. Down the left-hand side. 28-12 on the clock. West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. Pretty nicely poised this one now, isn't it? Robinson, Townsend, Robinson. Nice little feed by Robinson into Mollenby. Mowat, Ajayi. Ajayi's charging forward now from centre half. Furlong's got it. Furlong swings across it. Not a good one. Easy clearance for Van Eck. Yeah, Blackburn can't get on the ball at the moment. Johnston's got it at the back for West Brom. Hit that like button if you're in the stream right now. See if we can get up to 100 during the show. Here comes Robinson down the right for West Brom. Furlong's having a pretty decent game. He's been productive, hasn't he? He's giving Giles something to think about down that left-hand side. Townsend's got it for Baggies. Mollenby, Clark on halfway. Clark. I was going to say, good ball that. I like the shape on it, but he just overhit it. Out it goes. Go down as an unforced error, that one. 80 likes. Hit that like button. Yes. Contract ends in January? Really? Interesting. Do you mean July? Here is Niambe. Throws it in. Van Heck boots it down the ground. Comes back with interest. Nyambe tries to clear, and they've had a good 10 minutes, haven't they? West Brom. Only one shot on target in the game so far, though. So arguably both sides have defended pretty well, haven't they? Although one man's both sides defended pretty well is another man's no one's created anything, isn't it? Perception is reality, everybody. Here's Roughwell. Roughwell, great ball, booming ball out to Giles on the left wing. Giles kind of just lobs it into the box, but Buckley makes chase, comes off Buckley last. Thought he could have done a bit more with that, Giles. Just kind of indiscriminately just lobbed it in, didn't he? Yeah, both managers said it was like a Wembley playoff final, that MK Ipswich game with, half and half with the fans. So, yeah, tremendous. They're flowing a bit more for West Brom. Yeah, I agree with that. Clark is going to take the free kick for West Brom. Reach has come all the way back. Knocks it back to Clark. Clark knocks it into Big Carroll up front. Tries to head it on, and it's out for a Blackburn throw-in down that right-hand side, which Ryan Nyambe is going to take. Jonathan, who looks the better side so far? Well, if you'd asked me at 10 minutes, I would have said Blackburn. If you'd asked me at 20, I probably would have said it was fairly even. Asking me now at 32, given what's happened last 10 minutes, probably say West Brom have edged the last 10 minutes. There's a Rizzler paper between these two teams, though. It could be a mistake or a piece of brilliance or something like that. There's not a lot between these two teams, let's just say. Townsend hurls that one down the line again. Carroll tries to chest it down. Can't quite control it. Gives it away. Here comes Giles down the left. A little sprint away from Robinson. Giles tries to stick the cross in. Comes off Furlong. Throw in to Blackburn. Both teams have only scored one game in 5. Yeah, goals have dropped off. But I mean, it's a longer problem for West Brom, isn't it, in terms of chance conversion? But Blackburn have quietened down in front of goal, haven't they? Another throw in for the Rovers down the left, which Giles is going to take. Diaz is trying to make himself available. Here is Diaz. Big switch of play by him to Nyambe. Over on the right-hand side. Rankin Costello. Oh, that's hopelessly poor by Rankin Costello. Just miscontrols it and gives away a throw-in. Real moment to forget there. (34-20), West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. Carroll flicks on, and Grant coming in down the left-hand side. Now, Grant crosses in low. Wharton well positioned. He just took one extra touch there, Grant, when maybe he could have crossed it just that bit earlier. Grant tries to beat Travis, who wins it. Good tackle by Clark there. Grant's got it again. Grant was trying to reverse ball to his mate Robinson. They do link up fairly well, those two, don't they? Clark again. Drifts forward, keeps his run going. Townsend. Clark, did he get fouled there? Referee Brooks says no. Interested to see that one back, actually. And Rankin Costello clears it up the line. I don't know if Sky will give us a replay of that one. A couple of times, to be fair to West Brom, Clark and Ajayi have carried the ball up the pitch and kept their runs going. Here's Mowat, Robinson, Furlong into the channel. Carroll, can he hold it? Yes. Although Carroll's had to knock it all the way back into the centre half. It's good defensive shape from Blackburn there. Looked like they got done in the channel, but regained that nicely. Furlong, it's good from West Brom. Reach has popped up on the right wing. Reach floats across to the back post. Carroll gets the header back across. Mowat, edge of the box. Mowat on that left foot. Shot deflected up in the air. Furlong flicks it straight back to the keeper when he had lots of men ahead of him. My eyes opened up when it fell to Mowat, who's very good long-range striker of a ball. He just controlled it on his thigh. Up it went, and then because it went up, it didn't come down quick enough, and his shot got blocked. Here's Giles for Blackburn. Big switch by Giles. Ranking Costello. Nyambe. Ranking Costello on the right. Nice feed into Rothwell. Heavy touch by Rothwell. I don't think he was expecting it, to be honest. Big diag to the back post looking for Diaz. Giles is going to pick it up now. Can he get into a crossing position? He did. Well blocked by Furlong. Going to throw in for a Blackburn. Down the left-hand side, 0-0, 37-25 on the clock. Diaz, Travis. Travis is fouled there. And I reckon they can stick this free kick in the box. It's fairly far out, so West Brom will be able to hold a high line. But I reckon they'll send the centre halves forward for this one. So free kick to Blackburn. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Wharton, Van Heck. Actually, Ayala, we can't say because he was injured in the warm-up, evidently. In goes the free kick from Giles. Not great. Headed away easily. Recycle from Blackburn now. Travis. Van Heck. Nice feet by Wharton. That's excellent by him. Finds Giles over on the left wing. Giles to Diaz. That's the one for Blackburn. Get those two on the ball. Diaz trying to charge in. There is something there if Blackburn can get Giles and Diaz on transition. But they're playing against the Steve Bruce team. His teams don't get caught ahead of the ball very often. Here's Clark. He's going to be out for a Blackburn throw-in. Territory's just gone with Rovers for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Ranking Costello throws it in. Gallagher. Reach. Flicked on. Grant. Nice knock inside by him. Reach. Oh, he had a chance to switch that all the way over to Robinson. Completely under-hit it. Now, here comes Diaz into the left channel. Good strength by Diaz against Ajayi. Irresistible force, a movable object there. Ajayi's taking it off him. Has Diaz been pulled up for a foul there? 2 hulking great blokes. Honestly, my first instinct, I'll be really honest, I didn't think he fouled him. Let's have a look. Six of one, half a dozen the other. I think that one could have kept going. Ayala on his usual winter break. He has had some injury issues, let's just say. Tomorrow night, we'll probably cover this. Cardiff versus Coventry is going to be on Sky. The Champions League is back tomorrow as well, isn't it? I'm sure we'll have some people watching that. Trip by Rankin Costello on Townsend. First yellow card of the game is coming out. I think Rankin Costello struggled a little bit down that right-hand side, hasn't he, for Blackburn? He's had a couple of bad touches and he's just got himself in the book as well. Obviously, he only came into the team just before kickoff, didn't he? They were expecting Niambe to play there. Maybe that explains the rust a little bit, if that's not burying the player. Free kick to West Brom then. Left-hand side of the box, which Mowat will take, which means we kind of know it's going to either go flat to the far post or he's going to outswing it. Left footer from that side, doesn't have too much other option. Carroll, Ajayi, Clark, all in there. Look like the tallest players. Right, Mowat pops the free kick in. Clark on the near post and can't really get any direction on that. 3 more likes until 100. Well, hit the like button, you lot. See if you can get us over 100. We're coming up 42 minutes. West Brom 0. Blackburn 0. Tight. This one, tight. Steve Bruce, managerial record in the second tier. 184 wins, 4 promotions. That's a lot of games. 184 wins is nearly 4 seasons of entirely wins, isn't it? In fact, it's exactly 4 seasons. It's 46 times 4, 184. Throw in down the right-hand side to West Brom. Topped 100. Woof on the likes. Thank you very, very much. It's going to be a throw-in to West Brom. Furlong is going to take it. And he's going to launch another grenade into the box. He's waving everyone onto the near post. And it goes. Wharton heads it up in the air. Mowat, poor header by him. Here comes Blackburn. Counter with Diaz. Good dribbler, Diaz. Oh, good feet by Diaz. That's brilliant play by Diaz. He switched it to the other side. Now, Rankin Costello. Rankin Costello clips it in. Oh, that's really good defending. Furlong got back. Excellent counter from Blackburn there. The cross came in and it was a last-ditch clearance. Really good play by Diaz in the build-up to carry the ball, then turn inside, switch the play, clipped into the back post. He's onside. Gallagher is just going to swing and hit. Oof. Carroll heads away the corner. Rothwell tries to pop the cross in. Rothwell helps it on, though. Travis. Travis's cross is blocked. It's going to be a throw-in to Blackburn. From what I've seen in the baggies, I don't think they'll make the top 6. Well, it's other teams as well, John, isn't it? From what I've seen of Forest and Middlesbrough and Sheffield United coming, yeah, they do need an upturn, don't they? Oh, nice feet again by Diaz, who's having a good couple of minutes. Oh, lovely little poke through. Buckley holds it up. Diaz looks at it just coming into half-time. He's not going to want to go in for half-time, is he? Got the bit between his teeth. Rothwell's won it back. 1 minute of stoppage time. Buckley has won a foul in the centre circle. So we've got about 45 seconds of minimum stoppage time remaining. we do some Q&A. Maybe we do some Q&A and then some CV game. So hold off on your CV games. We'll just do some Q&A for the first portion of half time. Here's Diaz, who's finished the half really well, hasn't he? Good ball again by him. 15 seconds before the minimum stoppage time's over. And yeah, that's going to be that. Nyambe tries to cross it, bounces back, hits Nyambe again. And I think we all know the whistle is about to go for half time. And there it is. 0-0. Tight affair, this one. Let's have a look at the numbers. Probably be more pleased if you're a West Brom fan when you look at it like that. 5 shots to 2 to Baggies, 54-46 on the possession. Although, honestly, you look at types of possession, don't you? I've found the Blackburn possession a little bit more threatening, I have to say. But that's in the eye of the beholder. Keep questions coming in, guys. 2 corners to 1 in Blackburn's favour. 1 big chance to 0. It's coming up as a West Brom chance, which is eluding me. Must have been a header from a corner. They often go down as big chances, even though they're not really, because someone jumps with them. Let's do some questions first through half-time. Get any questions in, and then we'll do some CV games. So don't waste your CV games yet, because I'll answer some questions first. Let's just check in with our friends over at Betfair. West Brom are now not odds on to win this one. Both teams are stretched out with it staying 0-0 to half time. So West Brom are 23-20. Blackburn have gone out to 9-2. First goal, West Brom are odds on for that one, 6-5 on. Blackburn 13-5. And from some of the comments I've seen in the chat there, no goals, 23-10. Put your money where your mouth is. No goals, 23-10. So you get over 2-1 on nobody scoring in this one. Head over to betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly, 18 plus only. Keep it fun. Only gamble what you can afford. Let's do some, we'll do some questions and then we'll do some CV game as well. Callum, what do you think about Eddie Howe's appointment so far? Will he keep them up? Yes, I think he'll keep them up. I think they're moving away now, Newcastle, aren't they? And I don't think Norwich and Watford and Burnley are going to have enough to drag them in. Will he still be there in 2 years' time? Not sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens at Newcastle. Which manager do you think won't see the season out? Good question, Matty. Velko Paunovic, if that's not an open goal of an answer. But I don't know. Nigel Pearson seemed quite cross at the weekend, didn't he? Is it fair to say the playoff battle stretches down to 14th or 15th, or is that unrealistic? I think it's unrealistic, Matt, isn't it? I know you can look at it in terms of pure points, but just traffic and teams tripping over each other. So I think it will stretch out over the next weeks. Any other questions here? John, what happened to the Reading manager getting the boot last night? I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. We'll get the Reading fans' take on it. But yeah, that we were having lots of sources saying that was going to happen today, and it just didn't. Daniel, I'm still shocked how we're only 5 points from safety. How bad are the rest? Low tide. When no one's winning, if you win a game, everything looks different, doesn't it? As Darby have found, playing against the 21 points deduction. So don't be shocked. Is what it is. Any other questions in here? Alex, who do I think is the best keeper in the Championship this year? Alex, can I be really boring? I don't particularly think there's any credible way of measuring who the best is. I know it's fun to kind of make lists and stuff. So I will tell you who I think have been, well, is it reputation or is it performance? Because obviously we have an England goalkeeper, Sam Johnston, playing here tonight, but there's been various sorts of fallings out, hasn't there? Yeah, Travis has been good for Bournemouth, hasn't he? The guy at Huddersfield, oh God, who replaced Schofield, I can't think of his name, has improved them. They look a bit more competent there, don't they? Moore has been very consistent for Coventry, hasn't he? And all the Millwall fans love Białkowski. So they're amongst my favourites, but it's so difficult to compare. Is one goalkeeper better than the other when they play in a different side? One concedes this many chances, one concedes that many chances, one concedes this type of chances, one concedes that type of chances, and who are they playing and what are they doing? It's very, very hard to compare. But there's a few names. Regarding my prediction of 0-0, do I win the first goal minute award? Reverend, you may not be aware, a football match, lasts for 90 minutes. So come back to me in 1 hour's time. What do I think of the inevitable Barnsley resurgence? I won't answer the question, but you don't add any credibility to any opinion by putting in capitals, is all I'll say. Shotgun. But hey, we'll see. We will see what happens. Got told that Pauno would go. Then 4 big national journalists came out and, confirmed that. No idea. No idea what's going on there at Reading. I was all set up. I'd looked at a few stats, just genned up a little bit this morning. Didn't go. What's my bottom 3 at this moment in time? It would have to be the current bottom 3, I'd have to say. With the gap, you can't really drag in anyone above Reading at the moment. And I don't know. It could stay how it is, which would be very boring, wouldn't it? Who's my favourite for a playoff win based on current form? Based on current form, crikey, sorry, let me get my table up. Based on current form, to answer the question completely literally, you'd have to say Middlesbrough, based on current form. But that changes every 3 games, current form, doesn't it? So there you go. Chris, both teams underperforming at present. Tight goal, 1 at most. Yeah, agreed on. All counts there. Any other questions here? What do we got here? Anybody else? Ralph, I've heard Middlesbrough are one of the new 3 teams with red flags against finances. Does that explain their push in January transfer window? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I think there's a few. It may in some way explain it. We'll find out when all the accounts come out where everybody's standing after COVID. But I do think teams like Middlesbrough, who did push a little bit, saw the door was open this season with one year 1 parachute team bossing it in Fulham. But Sheffield United way out of the top 6 pre-window, weren't they? And West Brom are currently out of the top 6. So the door's open. It's not like with Norwich and Watford last year dominating the top 2. Shall we do some CV game? Any CV game calls for me, and we'll have a look at them. Opinion on Todd Cantwell's start at Bournemouth. I think he's just got to get himself fit first, hasn't he? Off future. But yeah, I think he started and finished in the previous game. So yeah, he's a player, Cantwell. They've just got to get him fit and they've got to get his head correct, haven't they? And he's already been promoted from the Championship twice. He knows what he's doing. Right, anyone wants to do any CV game, we'll do them right now. If you've got any shouts for CV game, stick them in there and we will have a good old guess as to who your players are. Is this one? I think we have one. Right, here we go then. Carlisle, Blackpool, Barnsley, Preston. Barnsley to Preston. Anyone get that one? I'm not getting that one, I don't think. I'll do some plugging while that one's up there. Can anyone get that one? First CV game of the day. Please hit like. Did we get to 100 yet on the likes? Keep your comments coming as ever. And if you want to, it'd be really lovely. You can support via Super Chat and Super Stickers. Just hit that dollar button next to where you leave your chat. Has anybody got it? David Worrell, is that right? I'm not getting that one. Right, what do we got here? Borough, Darlington. Oh, God, I hate these ones with loans. That's Adam Reach, isn't it? I think I've got that one. Anybody else on the CV game? Who do I think is the best number 9? Danny Ings or Ollie Watkins? I'm going to answer the question completely literally. Number 9, I think Danny Ings. I'm not saying he's a better player than Watkins, but Watkins obviously a converted winger who's pretty good at running behind, who liked to play with Grealish. I think for an actual number 9, probably Ings, but I like Watkins very, very much indeed. Ben is right again. Unbelievable scenes. Any CV game, whack them in here. And we will have a go before we get back into the second half. It is West Brom 0. Blackburn 0. Right, here we go. Here's one. Villa, Bristol City on loan, Preston, Sheffield United, West Brom. That sounds like Callum Robinson to me, Jonathan. Have I got it? Have I got it? Huddersfield, Bournemouth. Is that it? Huddersfield, Bournemouth. Huddersfield, Bournemouth. Smith, the fullback. Would that be right? I don't know. Anyone get that one? Millwall, Chelsea, Man U. I was going to say Ray Wilkins, but he went off and played for Milan and QPR and all sorts. Millwall, Chelsea, Man U. Struggling with that one. See if anyone can get it. Leicester, Motherwell, West Brom, Sporting Charleroi. I'm going to be here all day for that one. I think you're right, actually. Yeah, you're right. That is Billing, the other fella up there. Leicester, Wolves, Ipswich on loan, Fulham, Wolves on loan. Oh, that's Stearman, isn't it? Yeah. Richard Stearman. Newcastle, Bolton, Newcastle, Sunderland, Leeds, Hartlepool. Amiobi? Did he go back? No, he wouldn't have played for both Newcastle and Sunderland. Leeds? Hartlepool? Bleh. Pass. All the South Yorkshire clubs. Wednesday, Barnsley. Wednesday, Rotherham, Doncaster. Struggling with that one. I ain't getting that one. Was that one? Now, Colback came on loan to Ipswich, didn't he? Robbie Elliott. Oh, okay. Leffe, Picenza, Trento. God. Yeah, never getting that one. Foggia, Lazio, Sampdoria, Bologna. Signori, I don't know. Ain't getting that one. Swansea, Benfica, Wolves. Oh, God. Must be Portuguese. Must be Portuguese. No, I can't think. Liverpool, Leicester, Bolton, Blackburn, Blackpool, Tranmere. Feels very northwest, those last few, doesn't it? Anyone get that one? Liverpool, Leicester. Who went from Liverpool to Leicester? Bolton, Blackburn, Blackpool, Tranmere. Pass. Pass. Man United, Preston, West Brom. Yeah. Was it Signori? I can't believe I got that one right. Unbelievable. Spearing. Which one's that? That one? Yeah. Okay. I'll buy that one. Spearing. Who's that one? Man United, Preston, West Brom. I know David Beckham went from Man United on loan to Preston. He never played for West Brom, though, did he? Right. We are close to the second half starting. We are seeing a West Brom fan blasting a penalty into the top corner, running off. Unbelievable scenes. What a moment for the lad. Sensational. Sam Johnston. Did Sam Johnston go to Preston? Interesting. Very interesting. We are about to start the second half. West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. Give me a prediction. Is anyone still in the game on first goal? Was anyone brave enough to go in with second half timings? There are your teams. The second half. Johnston in goal for West Brom. Furlong, Ajayi, Clark, Townsend, Moat, Mollenby, Robinson, Reach, Grant, Carroll up top, who's got a massive graze on his left knee. That looks really painful. God's sakes. Ouch. Blackburn, Kaminsky in goal. Remember, Ayala stepped out in the warm-up, didn't he? Nyambi, Van Heck, Wharton. So Nyambi's having to play centre-half. Rankin Costello on a yellow card, and this will be a game decided by fine margins. Giles down the left. Travis Rothwell, Buckley, Brereton, Diaz, and Gallagher up top. There we go. We're about to kick off in the second half. And we are go. That's got to be Liam Brady, hasn't it, Cole? We'll try and get you a timestamp ASAP. If you're watching on Now TV or on your iPad on Sky Go or anything like that, you might be a little bit behind me. I'm watching on Sky Sports Main Event Live down a TV feed. So we'll give you a timestamp. Jack. Why do we always have to be on telly? Surely everyone must be sick of us by now. You know the only reason anyone is on telly if they draw viewership, and West Brom must draw viewership whenever they're on. Must be well supported. It's all about the numbers, isn't it? Cross into the back post. Carroll climbing, heads it over the bar. Clark fed it to Townsend. Good feet by Clark, actually. Carroll got the run on Wharton there, but there was a prodigious leap, as we know from Carroll. God, he must be 10. It must head the ball at probably 9-10 feet in the air there. Heads it over the crossbar. Spilt a cup of tea on his hand, Alistair. Get well soon. Totally left the chat if you guessed it. Bruno Large. God, there were so many, Liam. Hard work. Most of the audience are Wolves fans tuning in for a laugh. Hey, as long as they get the numbers and they can feed it back to the advertisers, the TV bods are all right, aren't they? A bad giveaway by Diaz there. Doesn't get punished for it. $47.10 on the clock. We're all good from the tea incident. Just involved a lot of swearing in Spanish with my roommate. Ouch. Here comes Reach, right down the left-hand side. Reach pops the cross in. He's trying to cut it back. Gets a round of applause from Jay Mollenby, but it was cut out in the end. Good run by Adam Reach. Adam Reach down the left-hand side. He's got behind Nyambe and charged down there. Showed a good bit of pace, actually. Baggies have restarted. Townsend pops the cross. Blocked by Rankin Costello. Gallagher concedes the throw-in. West Brom nil, Blackburn nil. How many likes have we got? I think we're over 100 likes now. Please hit the like button. See how big a total we can get tonight. Thank you for your support. Looks like Townsend's got Darnell Furlong's towel here. In it goes, the long throw. Gallagher heads it out. May have misheard. Sky get better audience for Scottish Premiership than Championship. I suppose if a certain two clubs are involved, then I'm sure they probably do, don't they? Does that swell the figures, I wonder? 128 likes. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. That's tremendous. Corner is headed down by Carroll at the back post. Carroll pops the cross in now. You can see why he's on the end of him, not crossing him there. Although I have to say, back in the day, Alan Shearer was known as the best crosser at any club he was ever at. He was just the best at finishing all the crosses as well, wasn't it? Mollenby to the edge of the box, shooting chance for reach on the right foot, deflected up in the air. Matt Clark has headed it into the back of the net. Surely there's going to be a foul given on the keeper. The ball in the net there, but disallowed. Deflected. Actually, it's an offside flag. Townsend was offside, and then he obviously interferes with play. Does he foul the keeper as well? He certainly becomes active as soon as he goes anywhere near him. Either or, no goal. John, that sounds like some of your Esshausen of Lee Pitts and his Yorkshire internet, doesn't it? Deary me. Makes sense considering the lack of League One. Yeah, I guess, Luke, I guess they just don't draw a number. And look, believe me, I've been on the other side of it when you work with companies and you work really hard on your product and all they want to know is how many eyeballs you drew. They don't want to know how much research you did or whatever. It's a numbers game in TV, isn't it? And they really just, focus on how many viewers. And unfortunately, give or take a few teams, maybe Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland, maybe Ipswich in League One, obviously don't draw the audiences for what they invest. Clark, Townsend, Mowat, foul on Townsend by Gallagher. Just going to check in with the benches because I've got a funny feeling they might be key. So if I'm a West Brom fan, Grady D and Garner, I guess, is your attacking possibility there. But he's not lived up to the 2019-20 season where he was brilliant, wasn't he? For Blackburn, you're looking at Khadra and Dolan, really, in terms of those who have contributed the most in an attacking sense for Blackburn throughout this season. Here's Mowat. Ajayi, Clark. Blackburn still trying to move that press when West Brom do have that ball at the back. Quite happy to sit in and then spring out, aren't they? Ajayi chests that one back home. Buckley wants a back pass. I don't think he's going to get one. Furlong for West Brom. 52-20 on the clock. Long one forward. Reach lays it. Oh, they've got in a muddle there, and it's going to fall to Grant. Grant's inside the box on the left. Grant knocks it on to Townsend. Townsend cross blocked. Travis is, is he going to get it clear? I think he just laboured there a little bit. He's got away with one there. When I saw that fall to Carl and Grant, you were expecting him to just try and work it onto his right foot, weren't you? And try and find that far corner, but he couldn't make the angle. And Sky are not going to provide me with a replay there, so I'll move on. Move on from that. I did not watch the Not the Top 20. I've got it on my Skybox here, though. But yeah, I've also got about 8 box sets of stuff on there to watch. We'll try and get through all of it. But no, was it decent, Luke? Not forward into the channel here for Diaz to chase. And Ajayi wins the battle again, actually. That's been a couple of good 1v1s there. And Ajayi's come out on top twice now, hasn't he? He's got played into trouble, though, Ajayi, after that. Conceded the throw and wasn't happy to be receiving the ball there, let's just say. Ranking Costello. Clip down the line to Nyambe. Crossing position. Nyambe puts it in. Oh, miskicked. Oh, goodness me. Wow. Complete miskick there. And Gallagher obviously didn't envisage that happening. It's good from Nyambe. Good touch. Gets his body in the way. Cross comes in. It's really poor from Ajay, isn't it? Just goes under his left foot. And had Gallagher anticipated that, he just sweeps it into the net, doesn't he? But ifs, buts, and maybes. Corner, Blackburn, Rothwell, right foot. Puts it in flat to the back post. Wharton, big climb. Heads it over the bar. Wasn't the easiest of headers. Ball doesn't quite drop down for him, and he's quite tightly marked by Andy Carroll. Two giants back there. It's going to be a goal kick to West Brom, which Johnston launches forward. Be interesting to see which manager goes first in terms of the subs. Will they both wait for each other and we'll get to 75 minutes before any subs are made? Grant, nice ball in. Robinson, reach, crossing position, left-hand side. Reach pops the crossing, looking for Carroll. Good defending by Van Heck. Mollenby follows out. Mollenby hits the shot. Puts it wide. Maybe a bit selfish there. Callum Robinson certainly telling him, cross that back in there instead of hitting the shot. Yeah, Robinson was central and Grant was maybe even better positioned on the back stick as well. Here comes Buckley charging down into the right-hand corner. Mowatt's gone over there with him. Clever play by Buckley. Just sort of dinks it against Mowat and wins himself a corner. Corner to Blackburn. 56:38 on the clock. Rothwell again, same type delivery as the last one. And that was a much better chance. Wharton arriving, gets the run exactly the same corner as they just did. That is probably the best chance of the entire game, actually. Wharton gets there ahead of his man. Anything on target there is probably going in that side of the goal. And it's going to be difficult for Sam Johnston to stop. Interesting. Here's Robinson down the right. Mowat. Furlong. Furlong knocks it inside. This game is screaming for someone on the other side to put their foot on the ball in midfield and control it. It's just a bit too pragmatic for that, John, isn't it? Both sides are not necessarily willing to be caught out of shape, aren't they? Which makes it hard for those type players to get on the ball in the dangerous positions. It's methodical, isn't it? But it's set up nicely. Here is Van Heck. Van Heck switches that out to the left. Giles pops the cross in. Van Heck was still up and he smashes the volley into the crowd. This is the sort of game where a team in a season where they do get promoted goes there and just does the business. Muscle memory, just gets the job done. Whether either of these teams are in that mode right now, I'm not entirely sure. Travis, Buckley. Oh, Buckley, clever cross, looking for Gallagher. And there you go. Oh, the flag has gone up. It's a lovely finish. So it wasn't Gallagher, it was Diaz. Really nice finish there. The offside flag went up. And I will plead the fifth there because that cross came in from fairly wide. Really great finish, actually. And yeah, linesman's got that right, hasn't he? He's just leaning offside. How about that for a finish, though? Cushion half volley into the back of the net. Tough luck. Just offside. But Blackburn looking decent now. Rankin Costello. Cross goes in again. Gallagher. Back post now is Buckley. Buckley steps inside and again hits the shot deflected. Johnson tips it round the post. Blackburn are turning the screw now. Woof. Pushed around the post. Good save by Johnston. Good little spell by Blackburn now. Rothwell pops the corner in. The pressure stays on. Carroll heads it out. Can they keep West Brom hemmed in? It's probably the best sustained spell for either team during the game that Blackburn are having now. In it comes looking for Van Heck. Rothwell. Rothwell helps it on. Buckley pops the cross in. That's brilliant headed clear by Andy Carroll, who is so good in his own defensive box. Crossed in again. And yeah, Adam Reach is saying, look, keep hold of this because Blackburn really had West Brom on the ropes there. Really good spell by Blackburn there. Diaz, great finish, but he was offside. And then a couple of other chances there. Buckley maybe stepped inside one too many players. Maybe he could have shot it earlier, but Johnston tips it around the post. Smart save indeed. Wake up Albion, and definitely on the back foot for the last 5 minutes there, weren't they? But can Blackburn score while they're on top is the question. Big switch of play by Diaz. Good ball that. Rankin Costello knocks it down. Good intensity about Blackburn at the moment. Rothwell. Rankin Costello. Rothwell again. Travis Rothwell. Played out to the left wing by Wharton to Giles. Giles knocks it inside and Buckley's picked it back up. Actually, I thought Diaz had given it away. Good ball carried by Buckley. Crossed in, another good ball. Goodness me. Gallagher couldn't get his head on that. Rankin Costello was arriving on the back post, and Blackburn are going to regret not scoring in this sort of 5 or 6 minute spell. They've been really decent, haven't they? Gallagher just gets ahead of it, and he's trying to flick a header. He just runs ahead of the cross, doesn't he? And Rankin Costello can't quite get there. Carlin Grant is going to come off. Doesn't look too happy about it. Grady Dean Garner is coming on. Is he anything like the Grady Dean Garner we saw in 2019-20? If he is, we'll enjoy watching it. If Blackburn don't score in this period, they're going to pay for it. You can tell. Absolutely. They've been really turning the screw, Blackburn. Let's just check in with our friends over at Betfair and see where we are in terms of prices. Lots of people being a bit bolshy about the game. Stick your money where your mouth is, guys. No goals is now 11-10. Get on it. Please gamble responsibly. Only bet where you can afford to win. West Brom 9-5. Blackburn 9-2. And look, let's be quite fair. In a game this kind of closely matched, it's only going to be one goal, probably, isn't it? Dean Garner, good ball down the left-hand side. Robinson whips the cross in, headed away. Diaz back helping defending. Furlong wins it off him. Reach to Iain Garner. Iain Garner skips past Buckley. And it goes to Furlong. Furlong, deep cross. Big header away by Rankin Costello, covering from fullback. Here's Townsend. Robinson. Wharton heads it away from Carroll. Shot comes in with a limp one from Furlong. Gets blocked. And easily gathered there by Kaminsky and goal for Blackburn. So 64-37. Steve Bruce goes first in terms of an attacking change, taking out Carlin Grant and putting Iain Garner in. We'll see if Mowbray follows suit. There is Cadra and Dolan there on the bench, but I'd imagine, well, he may take Gallagher out, but I'd imagine he'd want to keep their physicality on the pitch. Might be Buckley that goes out, possibly. We'll see. Rothwell carrying the ball in midfield as he does so well. Travis, Nyambe, Van Heck. Good feet by Travis. Rothwell, nice turn. Blackburn, of course, just had their best spell of the game. Best spell by any of the, or either of the sides in this game. Rothwell, nice switch of play out to the left. Giles, touch. Giles inside to Diaz. Giles. Inside it goes to Rothwell. Rothwell, nice feed. Diaz now, edge of the box. Diaz powers inside, strikes the shot. Takes a little deflection. That. Johnston gathers it. Diaz has just stayed down. Peanuts, won a bet, so spreading the love. Thank you very much. Very kind. €2 on the Super Chat from Peanuts. Buckley has the technical skill to win this game. Maybe. He's already had 66 minutes to exhibit that technical skill. But, yeah, we'll see whether the speed or particularly of Dolan or the dribbling capacity of Cadra might be utilised. That's why Tony Mowbray makes the big bucks and we sit and talk about what he's going to do. Diaz is grimacing. Looks like his left foot. Mowbray is indeed having a word with Diaz. The physio and the doctor are just having a word there. Hurt his ankle, kicking the ground. Painful. West Brom 0, Blackburn 0, 67 gone. This might actually take the sting out of... well, obviously they're going to hope that Diaz continues, given the amount of goals he's scored for them. Looks like he's going to be okay to run it off. And that change we were talking about a minute ago, Dolan or Cadra, now he's done. Diaz is not going to be able to run that off. He just tried twice. And I'm not a doctor, but my eyes tell me he's coming off. So I suspect we'll see Buckley will stay on. I suspect we'll see Cadra or Dolan now come in for Diaz. Hopefully that's not a bad one. Tried a couple of times to run it off, but it just wasn't happening. Actually did it shooting, didn't he? Yeah, he looks pretty cross about it, but I think his race is run there, Ben Brereton. Diaz. Here is Townsend. Townsend knocks it inside to Mowat. Iain Garner, who's picked up some pretty deep positions since he's come on. Travis has got it. That's a big loss. Stating the obvious. Well, it's obvious because you're right, Dave. It will be a big loss, won't it? We just hope he's not badly hurt. It's Carroll on the edge of the box. Carroll knocks it back. Mollenby. Furlong. Crossing position. No, he knocks it off to Iain Garner. Drifts inside. Iain Garner floaty cross. Nice nod down by Carroll. Oh, just wouldn't come down for reach there. He leans back in the end and half volleys it over the crossbar. Good header down by Carroll, actually. And yeah, I think he just needs to step in and attack that reach. And he waits for it to come to him. By the time he does, sticks it over the bar. So Diaz is done. Hopefully it's not a bad injury. Gives the thumbs up to the Rovers fans. And Ruddock has come on for Ben Brereton. Diaz. Cadra number 7. Another Brighton loanee. So if I've got my numbers right here, Clark, Cadra, and Mullenby, all now in the game, all on loan from Brighton. Rankin Costello just kicked the bottom of Connor Townsend's foot. Those really hurt. Yeah, that was a good pause, wasn't it, John? I realised he's getting substitutes. I had to make it a good one. What I did was I wrote down Cadra 7 on the page. So that pause was the length of time. Callum Robinson's just telling Joe Rankin Costello what he thinks of him. I think we could all lip read that. Some of the pauses make me think my stream is frozen. Oh, no offense taken, Dave. I was agreeing with you, my friend. Deary me. 71 gone. West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. And have Blackburn, I was going to say, let's say shot their bolt. And did they need to score in that really good period they had between 55 and 65? Are they done now? We'll find out, won't we? Oh, good point. Yeah, Van Heck's on loan from Brighton as well. Good point, James. 4. Rothwell. Cadra, first touch for him coming in off the left wing. Good dribbler, Cadra. Comes inside. I say good dribbler. And straight away does some bad dribbling. Typical. End this stream with Brereton. Start the next one with Diaz. Sounds good to me. Tyrese Dolan is going to come on. Maybe for Buckley, maybe for Gallagher. You'd think they'd want somebody up there of some size, wouldn't they? Here comes Iain Garner. Iain Garner runs into trouble there. Wharton takes it off him easily, really, frankly. Cadra. Well, I'm never complimenting him again because his 2 dribbles since I said he was a good dribbler have been hopeless, haven't they? Like it makes any difference what I say. Clark. Townsend. Mullenby. 73 gone. West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. Am I right? Baggies haven't scored under Brucey yet, haven't they? They lost 2-0 at Blades, but did have a man sent off. Jake Livermore was obviously suspended today. Robinson. Oh, Robinson trying to feed that into the back post and Andy Carroll. It wasn't a good cross. Carroll gives him the stink eye. Do I see Blackburn dropping out of the top 6? That's the direction of travel. The run at the moment for Blackburn is not a good one. If they were to draw this game, they would have picked up 5 points from the previous 6 games. So definite drop off. Interesting one from Mowbray. He's taken out Rankin Costello and put Dolan in, which does at least tell me he's going to try and win the game. And is he going to go to a back 4 as well? I think he has done. So an attacking substitution there, ladies and gentlemen, rather than a like for like. Dolan came in for Rankin Costello. If they give us the wide shot, we'll try and give you the formation. Oh, Clark there getting in a tears, nearly. A very poor bit of play, getting caught on the ball there by Matt Clark. Not good. Just couldn't quite control it. Gallagher, could he? Jay knocks that forward. Carroll. Nyambe running with Robinson. Robinson looked like he slipped. He's calling for a foul there, but ho-hum. Nyambe, nice step past Carroll. Buckley. Travis. Wharton. Cadra. Give and go between Giles and Cadra. Cadra's in a crossing position down the left. Oh, nice step over fight. Oh, he's still got it. Cadra hits the shot. Good save. Finally, a good bit of dribbling by him. Here is Rothwell. Rothwell, lovely reverse ball. Buckley tries to control it. And I think pretty fairly there, Alex Mowat shepherds that one out of play. Great work by Cadra there. Good save. Johnston there just stands up nice and big on his near post. Looks like in terms of attacking momentum, it's with Blackburn. Dolan could prove the match winner. Let's see. I haven't managed to get him on the ball yet. Four goals in our last 9 games, 3 of them were against Peterborough. There you go. Looking more and more like the unhelpful draw. Yeah, I think quite a few of us went for that in the chat, didn't in the preview show. We're going to get another substitution from West Brom. Is that Gardner Hickman coming on? Free kick goes in long, looking for Carroll. Here's Malumbi. His cross is easily cleared. Cadra's got it again. Cadra, a little knock inside. Give that one away. Headed out by Rothwell. Here's Townsend. Mullenby. Cadra takes it off him. 1-2 with Buckley. Cadra up the lines. Are you going to get a foul for that? No, he's not. And Reach has got it for West Brom. Robinson giveaway. Poor ball there. Cadra, even worse ball. Getting a bit loose this last couple of minutes. Robinson tries to chase through. He's actually got it off Nyambe. Robinson coming inside. Little feint by Robinson. Nyambe gets the block on the cross. He did have an overlap on the outside there. Here's Ajayi. Big diag from him. Headed inside by Townsend. Nyambe gets there first. Clears it up the line, but straight back to Matt Clark. 78-56. 0-0. I think we said on about minute 15 there's only going to be one goal maximum in this one now, isn't there? Can either team get it? Or are we headed for a point apiece? Let's check back in with our friends over at betfair.com. Oh, in fact, let's not do that because we're literally at the point where the substitution is about to take place. I think Mollenby is going to come off and Gardner Hickman is going to come on. The youngster for West Brom. Right, sorry. I was just going to check in with Betfair, where there is still value if you fancy putting your money where your mouth is. No goals in this game, 5-2 on, and the draw is 3-1 on. There is still some value if you want to put your money where your mouth is. Please gamble responsibly if you do. BeGambleAware.org. 18+. Only bet what you can afford. Here's Kadra down the left for Blackburn. Kadra, big switch into Gallagher. Gallagher's got Dolan with him. Turns the other way. Buckley, Travis, right side of the box. Oh, that was a better opening than they've made of that. If Gallagher had slipped that first time, they were in. Carroll there looked like he fouled Rothwell. Carroll's won the foul himself there. I saw that slightly differently to referee Brooks. Andy Carroll's now having words with Ryan Nyambe. WWE stuff going on here. $81-10 on the clock, 0-0. We haven't seen a replay of that chance there, or the opening rather, for Blackburn, where if Gallagher had just taken a step inside, played it out to Dolan, maybe free shot at goal there. Oh, nodded down. Oh, and Robinson. I think Carroll has had a foul given against him. Robinson was in then, if that wasn't a foul. Big header there. He's onside, isn't he? But deemed to be too much in that aerial challenge from Carroll. Rover's gone off the ball a bit, Ben. Boyle, certainly, it's going to be 5 points from 6, which is certainly not going to keep you in an automatic chase, for sure. Wharton, that's a poor giveaway, isn't it? Gardner Hickman, first touch for him. Wins a throw-in for his side. Who's that down? Rothwell, I think, in the centre circle. Both sides have gone off the ball. Well, yeah, can't disagree with that, can I? Hence why West Brom are outside the playoffs and Blackburn are fixing to be, well, how many points behind? 4 points behind Bournemouth. Bournemouth are going to have 2 games in hand. In fact, we'll bring that live league table up in just a sec. Here's Gardner Hickman. He crosses in right-footed. That's an easy one for Kaminski. Let me just show you the live league table. West Brom will actually move up to 8th, but think about the momentum Forest and Borough have got above them at the moment. Blackburn, 4-point gap to Bournemouth, and all of the other sides in the top 4 will have 2 games in hand on Blackburn after this one. They could really, both sides could really do sticking the ball in the back of the net. Rothwell drifts forward. I think Moat might get a yellow for that. Looked like a body check there. I don't think referee Brooks is going to book him. But it's a free kick to a Blackburn. Rothwell's got back up again. He's holding his shoulder. Redicadra has put the ball down. This is miles out, by the way. It doesn't look like it's close enough for a shot, but I think he's going to take it on. I think this needs to be dinked in, doesn't it? He's hit the shot. Oh, dear. You could see that was just way too far out for anything really against an England goalkeeper as well. It's poor free kick, isn't it? Unless you got Pierre Van Hooijdonk running up and smashing that, or Johnny Method. I don't know why I picked two Nottingham Forest players there, but there you go. Looks like Fulham and Cherries resuming their grip on the top two places. Grip resumed. If no one wins this game, 84 or 85 up on the clock. Now, thank you everybody for joining. Great numbers. Maybe you needed a bit of help to get through this game, but I've certainly enjoyed watching it with all of you guys. Do hit the thumbs up if you're still here. How many thumbs up have we got now? I think we were well over 100, weren't we? So really appreciate all that. Free kick Blackburn. And they are going to load this in. Buckley, I reckon he'll put this in fairly flat. Oh, no, he's looped it. Wharton's there. Van Heck heads it straight down to Mowat, who hooks it over his shoulder. And Nyambe is going to run back unchallenged. Big long ball forward, which has fortuitously, I think, gone to Dolan on the right wing. Dolan skips around his man. Dolan, nice cut back. It's knocked off all Buckley. Good block by Clark there. Ooh, a rare, reasonable chance there in this game. A decent block by Clark. And I'm going to say it. Apologies to Blackburn fans if this bites me in the arse. Blackburn look far more likely if there is going to be anyone score an unlikely goal in the last 3 minutes of this one. Having said that, West Brom have just won a free kick. 150 likes. Woof. Best new manager bounces of the season. I'm always here for the new manager bounce, aren't I? Brucey hasn't had one, has he? Bless him. No Brucey bounce. A big advocate of the new manager bounce. So I love it, hey? Townsend. I think the West Brom big guys are still up from the set play. Carroll's hit the deck. Mud all over his face. Big disgrace. Nothing given. 87-12 on the clock. Oh, complete giveaway there. Nyambe lets it run under his foot. Quick throw in. Robinson. Robinson pops a decent cross in left-footed. Big header out by Wharton. You can give some credit to Van Heck and Wharton particularly. They've headed away a lot of ball into the box looking for the likes of Andy Carroll. Give me a corner to Baggies, though. 87-48. Mowat from the left-hand side. So this one will swing out and away from goal. 2 minutes 5 of normal time left. In it goes flat. Carroll, huge climb again. Good goalkeeping. He headed it in. Carroll, he does win loads of climbs still in there aerially, doesn't he? Good goalkeeping by Kaminsky there. Just got ahead and punched away. Furlong is going to grenade this one in. And it comes from Furlong. Looking for Carroll. Carroll's running again. Reach, heads down. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Oh, they could have won it there. Dolan cleared it off the line. Good header by Reach. Just a long throw into the box. And Tyrese Dolan is now dribbling it out of his own area. And here comes a Blackburn counter. Rothwell knocks it on to Giles. Gallagher has come bounding up. Giles crosses it in. Gallagher's just over his head. Exciting counter-attack. Rothwell knocks it back in. Dolan out to Buckley. Buckley inside the box on the right. Buckley knocks it back. Can he get a decent cross in? Travis floats it in, looking for Gallagher, skims off Ajayi's head. It's going to be a corner. Wow. Really exciting stuff there. Reach has his header cleared off the line one end, and Blackburn countering. How close was that? It's really good from Dolan. The keeper's beaten there, and that's got own goal written all over it, hasn't it? Kick it against the keeper or slice it into your own net. And then straight up the other end, corner for Blackburn, which Giles has gone over to take. Going to get first contact. They've not actually sent that many forward. We're going to get Bradley Johnson on to see out the game. Massively experienced player, Johnson. Buckley's coming out and Bradley Johnson's coming in. So it sounds like if they don't score from this corner, Blackburn are happy with a point. Johnson trots up towards the edge of the box. I think he has gone in for the corner. Flat delivery in there. It'll flick away. I think Travis is going to get there. He's going to let it run out for a Blackburn throw-in, which he takes quickly to Dolan. Dolan right over by the corner flag, literally tackles himself there. And Darnell Furlong boots it away. 3 minutes of stoppage time, which we are into right now. And it's going to be a Blackburn throw in the right back area. I think we're at the point now where both managers have pretty much shaken hands on the point, and we can probably all go home, but you never know in stoppage time, do you? I doubt we'll see many people busting out a team shape to get in the box, put it that way. In the remaining, it's less than 2 minutes. Now we're at 91-12 on the clock of 3 minutes. Stoppage time. Nyambe throws it down the line. Gallagher does get the flick on. Clark heads it out. Blackburn have got a throw in. They could bring players up. I don't think they're going to. Travis is going to take the throw. In it goes, looking for Gallagher, tries to roll his man, and Dean Garner just knocks it on. 91-52 on the clock. 1 minute remaining. Horrible slice out there by Johnston, and West Brom are doing a good job of making sure they have the territory against them for the entirety of stoppage time here. You get to the point in stoppage time where it gets so late in the game, you may as well load in a long throw, because you know there's not enough time for a counter-attack. We're not quite there yet, are we? Here's Kadra. Kadra tries to skip round his man, just overdoes that one. And I think that's it, everybody. 92-30 on the clock. It's a goal kick for West Brom, and I'm sure Johnston's going to swallow up the last 30 seconds of this one. And it's going to be a 0-0. Johnston takes the kick. And about 10 seconds of stoppage time remaining now. Nyambe knocks it forward. Clark heads away. All eyes on referee Brooks. Carroll follows it up. The ball is with Steve Bruce, and there is the final whistle. West Brom 0, Blackburn 0. Pretty dour stuff. Both teams not coming off shape too much. I would say, without having looked at the numbers and predicated on that run between 55 and 65 minutes, that Blackburn had the better push, I think, at winning that. But yeah, two sides maybe just dropping off form-wise at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the numbers before we bid you all good night. Would you believe there was 22 shots in that game, only 6 on target? 2 big chances to West Brom. So, I mean, I'm sure Brucey, if he builds on that, will be perfectly happy with those type numbers if they bear out and they're not conceding any big chances. But it did look like the what's the right word to use? The more progressive pushing team were Blackburn for a lot of the game. not for a lot of the game, but for more than West Brom. Look, there wasn't a lot in it, was there? Blackburn, 54 points now, and it's a good night. It's been a really good weekend for Bournemouth, hasn't it? And I mean, just look over those last 3 games. Bournemouth have taken 8 points out of Blackburn, and they now have 2 games in hand and a 4-point lead over Blackburn. QPR behind them in terms of games in hand of, looking at points per game. I suspect if we did the calculation, they're above Blackburn in terms of points per game, aren't they now? QPR with a 2-point gap and 52 from 30. I don't know the exact numbers, of course. West Brom up to 8th. It's the first point for Steve Bruce. It's a clean sheet. It's something. But, yeah, when you look at what Forest are doing, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, in terms of that push to get into the playoffs, you would see West Brom being behind that particular 8 ball, and you would see Blackburn will have a lot to do now. Look, we know Blackburn can go on mad runs. I think they scored 35 points in 15 games earlier in the season, didn't they? So it will now take something like that again. In fact, they've got 15 games, so they've got 14 games left. So call it 30 points from 14 games would take them to 84. That would be what would be required to get close now, I think, to where, let's take Fulham out of the equation, to where Bournemouth are going to be. Right, thank you everybody for watching. It was pretty dour, wasn't it? But hopefully we kept nice and positive, nice and analytical, and didn't just shout at the TV too much, even though the temptation to do that is quite real sometimes. I'm going to bid you all farewell. Tomorrow, do you know, I think we'll be back tomorrow night. Who is it tomorrow on TV? Is it Cardiff and Coventry or someone? We will take that one tomorrow and hopefully enjoy that one. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're saying nice things, I will click it up in the chat as we go. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And it's a lovely big over and out from me. West Brom 0. Blackburn 0. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.